good afternoon, or good evening, whatever the case may be for you. And welcome to day 8 of the portfolio diet. So far, this is working in terms of I can do this. I've managed to figure out almost every day getting, I've gotten the soy protein in, I believe, every day. I've gotten the nuts in every day because it actually isn't all that hard, to be honest with you. Even if you have to eat, I don't want to eat them, just eat them, but even if you have to just eat them, that works out okay. And then the plant sterols is no problem, it's just a powder, no biggie at all. The soluble fiber, I always get more than 10 grams, always, because of the psyllium powder. And I don't, like yesterday I got a ton of soluble fiber, but I don't usually get 25 grams, which was my goal. But I come close, like 22, 24, 25, close to that. So anyways, today I made, my husband made it off of a recipe that I had pulled off the internet while I was putting food together. So let's do food first. I brought, for supper they had ramen, and I decided to do that as well, only with a slight variation to it. So in the pot on the stove was a whole bunch of mixed vegetables and scallions and garlic and then broth. And so I took, excuse me, 2 of the little ramen packets, which are not ramen. Like, you think ramen, you think of the little 24-cent packages of ramen thingies with the little packety thingy in it. We buy an organic, it's called ramen, made with organic brown rice and organic millet. And they're like little ramen-ish type noodle cakes things. But they're not bad for you in the slightest. They're just brown rice and millet pressed into noodle shape. So they're not anything as horrible for you as like normal ramen. So anyway, I mean, there's no sodium in them or anything. It's just literally those 2 ingredients. So I put some of that in boiling water and let it sit, like I broke it up and then let it sit in the boiling water for a little while, which makes it nice and chewy. It's really nice, actually, rather than cooking it, just letting it sit in water for a little while. And then I scooped out another container of vegetables with some broth. And then I took out the pressed tofu and chopped into tiny little pieces, 2 squares of it, which is 3 ounces. So that's a decent amount of soy protein right there. That's 14 grams, I believe, either 13 or 14, I don't remember. So that's good. And then on to the most exciting part. So that's what I brought with me for food, and that may not be enough to eat, so okay, fine. I will worry about that when I get home in the morning. Organic, what was the name of this thing? It wasn't organic because not everything, the bananas weren't organic. I never buy organic bananas. I figure it's got a big old skin on it that it really should be probably okay. Anyways, so it was Snickerdoodle Chickpea Smoothie is what it was called, and I will definitely link it below. So what I did was, what my husband did, was essentially doubled the recipe, left out the flax seed, and only used 1 date rather than 2. I don't know that you need to use the dates at all, so I may just leave out the date next time. And then next time I'm going to not double the milk, still double the banana, and double the chickpeas. So anyways, what we did, 2 cups of soy milk, light vanilla soy milk, and 2 bananas, and 1/2 cup of chickpeas, 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, and the kind of peanut butter that we have has less than 2% salt in it, so it's very, very low. I mean, that's all it's in. It is organic peanuts and less than 2% salt. And then some cinnamon, and I don't know how much cinnamon he put in there. I think he put in a teaspoon, but he might have put in 2 if he was doubling it. I'm not sure. I don't actually know. And then 1 date. So it calls for the date if you want to. I don't think it needs it. It's really delicious the way that it is, but I don't know that it needs it. So anyway, blend that up. And so I had him put in my little container that goes to work with me, I had him put that about half full, and then brought a set of powders to go with me for morning type powders, and then had him put the my nighttime powders in the what was left. Sorry, it really bothers me to see people on motorcycles pop a wheelie, because I work in hospital. I've seen what it does. So anyways, everybody's moving over. Move over, Rover. There's an accident. So anyways, what was I saying? Oh, the whole smoothie thing. So I definitely would consider not necessarily doubling everything next time. Oh, that poor car lost all of its innards. All the goo that belongs inside the car is all over the ground. So, alright, let's try this again, because I'm very distracted at the moment. So anyway, mixed all that up, and then put the powders in it and mixed that up, and then it was wholly insanely thick. So I had him add, and it wasn't cold, so I had him add ice and water to it, and then blended it, and it basically made enough to fill up my Yeti. That is, I believe, 30 ounces, might be 40 ounces, I'm not actually sure how much this is. Filled that up, and probably about another 6-7 ounces in a glass. So I drank the glass of it before I left home, and then the rest of it's in my drink container to drink on my way to work. So that actually has a lot of soluble fiber going on right there, because it's got all the it's got a half cup of chickpeas in it, which should be, I don't remember, maybe 7? I have it written down. Yeah, I don't remember. I'll have to look it up. I don't remember. Maybe 7 grams of soluble fiber, but maybe it's less than that, because maybe that's 3/4 of a cup. I don't recall. But it's got that in it, so that's awesome. So I definitely don't have nuts, because peanut butter I don't think can be considered nuts, seeing as it's actually a legume. Peanuts are a legume, they're not a nut, which is unfortunate. So I was talking to my husband, like, maybe I'll just put cashews in it next time, and it really will change the flavor, but I don't know if it'll change it enough to, in the negative, to make it be not as good. I don't know. I will definitely try it though. And I was thinking that it definitely could use some spinach, because you can't really taste spinach in a smoothie. That would be really good. Simply to add some nutrient value to it. But anywho, that's it for me for now. That's what I have with me to eat, and it's probably not going to be quite enough, but that's okay. I can eat some oatmeal when I get home. Seems I'm going to have to eat some nuts when I get home anyway. I'm really not digging the nuts thing, guys. I have to say. I'm not. I don't want to eat this many nuts. My face has been breaking out, which it always does when I eat stuff that's high in fat, which could be also partially due to the tofu, I suppose. I don't know. I'm not used to eating tofu on a daily basis. In fact, I'm probably used to eating tofu maybe on a twice a week basis at most. So this might be a little easier for me if I had to get 50 grams of beans in me and like 10 grams of tofu. That might be a little bit easier, to be honest with you. But anyways, all right, so I'm gonna let you guys go, and I will talk to you guys again in the morning, and I hope you had a great day. Bye. Alrighty guys, so I am in the break room going to warm up my soup, and apparently I didn't do a very good job when I was putting it together, because the one side of the glass, I picked the wrong containers. What I did, it's kind of broken on the one end, and it's glass, so it doesn't seal very well. So like all the liquid from my soup went all over the inside of my lunchbox and drenched my lunchbox, which is kind of a bummer. I'm gonna have to try to figure out how to clean a lunchbox without yeah, so it doesn't smell like ramen for like the next however long. But anyway, so this is what it looks like. And then my noodles are right there. I need to warm them up still. But so you can see all the soy in there and the beans and veggies, and it looks delicious. Just a lot less liquid than what was there before. So anywho, I'm gonna go warm this up, and I'm going to eat, and it's gonna be delicious anyway, just a lot less to it. Oh well. Alrighty guys, hope you're having a good one. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye. Alrighty guys, so my pressed tofu ramen last night was super delicious and wonderful, and didn't take care of my nuts, and it didn't take care of my a whole bunch of my soluble fiber needs. So I came home, and we had rice noodles already made up in the fridge. Excuse me. We had thawed cauliflower and broccoli already in the refrigerator. and I figure what's gonna get me soluble fiber and nuts. So I decided white beans and cashews go perfectly wonderful together to make a sauce, and just tossed in some garlic and a little bit of lemon juice and a little bit of better than bouillon. That's it for the sauce, and blended that. I actually used some cashews, some pinto beans and some white beans because we had partial can of pinto beans open. So anyways, so I have a big plate of food in front of me, and it is super pretty. So there you go. Isn't that pretty? So it's got some cauliflower and some broccoli and some brown rice pasta and a whole bunch of sauce. I'm pretty sure that that amount of sauce is going to be about 50 grams of nuts, and also I'm going to go with probably about 7 grams of fiber. Maybe 8. Maybe 8. I'm not 100% sure what I'll go with. But anywho, I'm going to sit down and eat with my husband. He is having some of the same thing, except I eat all the vegetables because I'm rude like that. And yeah, that's it. So I hope you guys had a great day, and I will talk to you again tonight. Bye.